What's new in Snap settings? From nanoCAD 26 onward, new options for Snap settings are included. Settings dialog box for options tools. Let's click on the options and settings dialog box will open. Expand the Snap settings tree by clicking on the arrow and the setting options will open. The first setting is for Hold Aperture Size. This setting is for the distance or the buffer surrounding the object. The snap point will be activated. Here, when we change the value to 10, first the buffer distance for snap decreases, which you can see. To snap the center point of the circle, we have to move the cursor within a distance of 10 units to the circle. If we move the cursor away, the snap point is not available anymore. Now let's move to the settings dialog box again and change the Hold Aperture Size value to 40. Now when we want to move the circle by the center point, you can clearly see that the center snap point for the circle is available at a further distance from the earlier. Now let's move to the settings dialog box again and select Show Aperture Box. Now when you want to move the circle, you can see the cursor for snap changes to an aperture box, and the object or the part of object within that box is subjected to snap. Here, part of the selected circle is within the aperture box, hence the center point of the circle is the snap point for moving it. When we change the value of the Hold Aperture Size to 10 in the settings dialog box, in the drawing the size of the aperture box also change. Now let's revert back to the default values of the settings already displayed and move to the Show Tooltip setting. Selecting/unselecting this setting will make the tooltip visible/invisible. Let's unselect it and try to move the circle in the drawing again. You will not be able to find the tooltip displaying the type of snap, though you will be able to view the snap point. In the settings dialog box, let's change the value of the setting snap marker size to 15 from the default value 5. By clicking OK and moving to the drawing, we will find that the size of the snap marker has increased as per the value entered. Let's again move to the settings dialog box and change the snap marker size to default value. Next, we have different color settings. The first one is the vector marker color. For demonstration purpose, we change the color to green from the default one. When we move to the drawing again, we can find that the color of the snap marker has changed to green. Similarly, we can also change the settings of the O-track marker color and raise color and assign new color to them. Now, let's select limitation of snapping triggered. Enabling/disabling this setting will let the object snap triggered when the aperture is located directly above the snap point. In the drawing, you can find that the snap is no longer activated when move the cursor/aperture over the circle, but it is activated as soon as we move it over the center point of the circle. Next setting is highlight the snapping object. Click OK and move to the drawing. If we want to move the circle with respect to the endpoint of the rectangle or the endpoint of the line, when we move to select the endpoint of the rectangle or the line or the line is also highlighted along with the circle. The next setting is display all snap points of the object. This will enable/disable all the snap points related to the targeted snap point. In the drawing, if we want to move the rectangle by the endpoint of two sides, the other endpoints of the two sides are also displayed. Next, setting is simplified display of snap markers. Selecting the setting and clicking OK to move to the drawing, we find that the snap marker has been reduced to merely a point. Next, setting is temporary snap guides for ARC. Enabling this setting displays temporary snap guides while working with ARC objects for easier alignment and snapping. When disabled, These temporary guides are no longer displayed for arcs. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.